So I'm organizing. I'm thinking my mother's pulling up tomorrow, but she's scared of the fucking eclipse with a fucking weird bird. Bitch will go to fucking rainstorm and all types of shit, but now you don't want to pull up, which is cool because I don't even really want to talk to you or see you. All I want is my fucking footprint certificate that belongs to my first child. Other than that, bye. But thank God we don't even have to worry about that, so she could stay and enjoy her fucking weekend. And so I'm organizing because I have to file taxes this week. I don't know who the fuck pretended to be me and start filing for me before me, but that's just the dumbest document I've ever seen. Um, and there was no W-2 in my possession yet. The W-2 went to my mother's address. I think I mentioned that in one of the previous videos in the beginning. And so I'm organizing my documents, making sure I have everything that I need for the lady so she could file my taxes and shit. And so I already had an envelope where I had all of that shit because if you remember in my videos, I think in February or early in March, I was supposed to file with this nigga and he ended up filing by his damn self. So even then, I already printed out my documents. I had transcripts that were missing after they were printed, and we argued about that because he claimed nobody here steals all types of shit. This is when his roommate was still in the crib, and so I'm like, okay, whatever. I was mad at my HP service because there's no e-print, so there's no way of following up on knowing what documents I recently printed. None of that. I have to remember mentally. Um, and so I know because I was bothering my fucking school about it. As far as my 1098 form, that's a form that as a student you receive with all the information about your loans and whatnot. And I was bothering them about it around that time, around January or December or some shit. And once it was available, I printed the document. So I already had that document, and all I was doing was waiting for them to send me my W-2s, thinking that they were going to send it to this address. They sent it to my mother's address. My mother had to send me those W-2 forms along with whatever other mail I was receiving. And I told her, and I got it. When I got it, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna open it until it's time for me to file taxes. And it's still closed. But as far as the fucking printed out 1098, that shit was there with the envelopes along with all the other shit, along with all my previous tax returns and all that shit. I already sent off my taxes that needed to be amended. And so I have copies of my old tax returns. That way I don't ever have to go back ever again. So I'm looking through it and there's no 1098 form. Oh no, all hell broke loose. I'm all the way upset because the fucking roommate he left in January. So I've been had that shit printed out. I think it was gonna be available sometime in January. So by January something, I already had that shit printed out. If not, it was around February or some shit. So if it was after the roommate left, then that means that my nigga misplaced my document, which means he went in my bag, which means he opened up my file and all types of shit. And for what? Or what? So now I hope he didn't use it and try to claim me as a dependent. I hope he didn't just be that trifling and make sure I don't have it. So I'm having a hard time filing taxes. I hope that when we leave this place, there's no motherfucker trying to sneak in here and fuck around with my documents and shit. I old roommates or his old family members, whoever the fuck had the copy of the key, doesn't come in here while we're out there. So I told his dumb ass, you better change the fucking locks. Stop fucking playing with me. Cause I will ruin your fucking life. And you will not be claiming my son or my daughter as your fucking dependent if this is the type of shit you about to be pulling. This makes no sense. And no wonder you acting funny. So rotten fucking hell, that's what you did. I'm so sick of it. Sick of the same fucking argument. Sick of the same dumbass shit. So it's funny how now I'm tight over a document that's misplaced, and now my mother's not pulling up. She gonna blame the eclipse. She's scared and all types of shit. Oh yeah, like this bitch wasn't stressing me over another document of mine. I'm sick and tired of these immigrants stressing me. You wanted to pull up to the States. I didn't ask you to pull up. I didn't even know you. You want to pull up to the States and fucking work your ass off for your family. That's all good and dandy. Leave me the fuck alone. And I still work for mine. So I don't understand why the fuck you will be after my documents. I don't understand why the fuck you will be fucking me and sucking me and still doing me wrong. I don't understand why the fuck you need my signatures for you to live on.